Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. How are you guys doing today? I am coming to you from Spanish Fork, Utah. So for those who don't know where that is, if you're familiar with Salt Lake City, it's probably, I would say, an hour south of Salt Lake. And so we're about 20 minutes from Provo, so that kind of gives you the vicinity. And so anyway, we've been having an awesome time here. We came to spend some time with a couple of my siblings, get together, and also we are here to moving our children her son into college, and then my daughter is up here in Paul Mitchell Hair School. And so we came back to help move them in and to enjoy some of Utah. It was a good time to come with all of the hurricane stuff that's going on in Southeast Texas. I've been doing a lot of praying for those who are in that area. I know that we have a ton of family that are in the cone of the hurricane that's on its way, and gosh, it's just such a scary thing, and our prayers are with those who are in harm's way of that hurricane. That's not a very fun thing. We were there with Hurricane Harvey a few years ago, and being in hurricanes is not the funnest thing. So I guess it was a good time for us to visit north, be with some of our children up here in Utah. So just wanted to get with you guys here today while I had a few moments, and I'm going to be spending some time in the jacuzzi and hot tub over here in this nice area. This area of Utah is so beautiful. Spanish Fork is such a quaint little town. It has everything that you need. So anyway, for those who've been following for a while, over the last several months, I would say 2 to 3 months, I've been doing a lot of decluttering. And that's in every area of my life, my business, my house, so many, in every area that I can think of. And interesting enough, there was a course that was out that I had gone through, and I'm going to bring her on a Facebook Live, a special guest, when I get back home from Utah, and I will put you in touch with her. And she has an awesome system to help us to, I guess, declutter and to organize our life, because I don't know about you, but it's like when we have clutter, it's like there's a lot of things in our life that we get stressed about, right? Because we have a lot of clutter. And so over the past several months, I have decided, I guess I'm going to be having my youngest graduate next summer. And so I started this decluttering in my head. I was like, I'm going to just start decluttering like the house, and then suddenly it turned into decluttering my businesses and just decluttering everything. It was pretty amazing. And one of the things that's awesome, and you can try this too, is you think about it in your head, and you envision going throughout your house room by room. And that's how I do it. I know that might sound weird, but that's kind of how I do it. And I act like I envision myself walking through my front door, and then I go through each room, and I think about that room, and I think about all of the things that are in it, and all of the things that I want to keep, and all the things I want to give away. And honestly, when you start shedding, and I know that there's been a lot of with this pandemic going around, that a lot of courses and a lot of challenges going around doing reselling, which is awesome, because that's how I started on Amazon. I started going through my house and finding things that I didn't need, and I just started reselling them. I put them on Amazon, and it amazed me, making a sale. So if you can make one sale, you can make several. And so as we are going back to the envisioning the rooms, as you're going through your front door, and like I say, okay, to the left is my office, and I think about every single piece of item that's in that office, whether it's pictures on the wall, whether it's papers, whether it is, different computers, maybe plugs, maybe miscellaneous things that I have that I think I need and I don't. And so you can either, if you have the patience, you can resell. You can put it on so many different sites, and Facebook Marketplace. There's so many different ways, and earn a little, a lot of different things. Hi Mary, how are you doing? And so that's how I started on Amazon, by just going through my house and I think that the newer stuff is really good for Amazon, but if you're going through your house and you have a lot of used things or things that are not quite as perfect, then you can do eBay and you can do Poshmark and you can do Mercari. You can do all of these different local sites that you can put them on, and it will amaze you, because I'll tell you, in my mind I'm thinking, like a lot of people are like struggling right now with this pandemic, and like side hustles and things that you can add. But if you can add $50 a day of reselling and just profit, that's $1,500 a month, and one thing that I always tell people that I teach is, if you can sell one item, then you can sell another and another. What's stopping you from selling one or selling 100 or selling 1,000? And I know that there's different answers and different reasons, but I'm just saying that when you get the confidence to make one sale, then you can make another and another. And so this is a good time, as many of us are home, whether, a lot of people are still home for their jobs, and you can kind of go through and find things. And so going back to how I was envisioning, like walking through your front door and going house by house in your mind, and you can do it like day by day. You can just say, today I'm going to do the office. Tomorrow I'm going to do this little area. And you can just, and soon, before you know it, you've gone through every single room in your house, and you just start feeling better. You start feeling lighter. You start releasing things that have been weighing you down. And by having things, we have, by having a lot of things in our life, it weighs us down. And whenever we feel weighed down, then it stops us from doing other things that we want to do. It stops us from, being creative. It stops us from, maybe starting a business that you may want to start, because we're so filled with our clutter. And so that's how I started. A lot of people ask, how did you start on Amazon? And I went around my house and found a lot of stuff that was brand new, that either my husband had or whatever, or we just had a lot of stuff. And I scanned what's called a UPC code. Many of you know what a UPC code is. It's right here. You scan it, and it will show up on an app, and it will show you how much you can make, whether on eBay or whether on Amazon. And as you're getting rid of clutter, you can also earn some money for some of the things that are just laying around your house. It's so much more fun to me than a garage sale, and you get a lot more money that way. And so that's a great way, to declutter, So again, like going through each room of your house in your mind and knowing that, okay, my office is over here, and go through every single article. And then as I had gone through that, I started going through my different Gmail folders and my different emails. I have so many different emails. I have so many emails that Gmail says now that I can't have any more Gmails. And so what I did is I went through each of those, and I started just like, this email has so many thousands of emails. I'm just gonna delete it, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And I guess if something was important, I haven't seen or touched it or gone through it in this long of a period, then I'm probably not missing it, right? And so you do it with your house, you do it with your emails, you do it with your businesses. One thing that I'm doing today my daughter's in school, so I have a little bit of a day off to where I can finally get some things done on my own. And I have my journal. I think I showed some of you this, do what makes you happy. And what I'm doing is I'm writing down all of the things that I want to focus on, because I have so many different businesses, and I know many of you are entrepreneurs, and you're on all these lists, and you have all these things that are, that you're on, and they're all sounding amazing, right? I can create mobile apps, I can do internet marketing, I can do retreats, I can do all of these different things. But guess what? We only have 24 hours in a day and 7 days a week, and we can't do them all. And if we can, then it's like you can perfect something and then do another. Let's see, Teresa, how you doing? I'm doing this, downsizing from your huge house, selling all of your stuff and listing on eBay. So much money, so much fun. Yes, exactly. And it's satisfying, isn't it? Getting rid of your stuff. There's so much, you may think that some of the stuff that you have, people aren't going to want. But I was watching this one video the other day of somebody that just put together a bunch of mismatched socks in a box, and they sold it. I don't know. Because that's kind of the style, I guess. Some people like to do, smash socks, whatever. So don't discount anything that you have that it won't sell. You know, it's like, oh, I don't know if anybody's going to buy this old ping pong paddle. Some of the things like that I had, you know, when from way back when, or it's like it's vintage now. It's like people are like, oh my goodness, I love that. You know, I'm going to buy that or whatever. So decluttering, making more room for all of those things that you want to be focusing on is such a beautiful thing. And so I told you I wanted to share with you how it's feeling over the last 3 months, and it's feeling amazing because I know in my head, every now and then I do that scan of walking through my front door and going through all of my rooms and saying, okay, is this room starting to pick up clutter again? You know, because I just cleaned it. And it stops me, like when I'm in a store, from buying things that I don't need. You know, because sometimes we go into a store and we're like, hey, that's a good deal, and I'm going to grab that, and that's a good deal, I'm going to grab that. And we come home and we're like, why did I buy that to begin with? Now, of course, if you're selling on Amazon or eBay, then yeah, maybe you're going to sell it. But I'm saying for a lot of us that, you know, buy stuff and just put it in our closet or put it, you know, wherever, it's just collecting dust, it's collecting, and it's making us feel more cluttered. You know what amazes me? I went to get my guitar restrung, and I went to this man that I've been going to for years. He's such an amazing old man, and he knows his stuff. But like, it's like he was looking for this particular thing to help string, you know, the guitar, and the whole place was just like so cluttered. He goes, okay, I know exactly where it is. And you know what I'm talking about, because I'm the same way. I know exactly where my stuff is, but why not make it just easy on ourselves? You know, to have a drawer of, this is, you know, this is my business stuff. This is where the paper is. This is where this goes. You know, I was at an Airbnb for a family reunion, and it was amazing because like she had every cabinet, like in the kitchen, like it would be labeled, like these are extra knives, these are pots and pans, and it would label what was in there, so we didn't have to, like, you know, go through every single drawer, you know, to see what there was. And so I thought to myself, okay, so I'm not labeling everything, but in a way that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm putting things where I know so that I can declutter, so that I can fill my mind with the things that I want to focus on. And ever since I started doing this, I have so much more clarity. I feel like less stressed. You know, I'm able to travel and not think about, oh my goodness, you know, I have 20 different things that are going on. I'm still not perfect at it because I still am narrowing down all of the things that I'm trying to, you know, narrow down. But I have narrowed it down to a few things that I'm doing with my e-commerce business, and that feels amazing. And my house is slowly, you know, I think about, like I say, you know, like my office. Everything in there is completely either sold, cleaned out, or in its place, you know? And then I think about the next room, like the piano room, okay? This couch is getting old. You know, we might sell it when we move, and then, you know, organize all of these different things. So just think about like not having that clutter in your life. What I'm so excited is I have a special guest that I'm going to be bringing on, like I told you guys at the beginning of the video. When I get home, I'm in Utah right now until Sunday, and when I get home, I'm going to be bringing her on a Facebook Live, and she has amazing ideas, and, you know, she's been shown on a lot of these, you know, big time TV shows and stuff, and I'm going to interview her for you and bring her on here. Let's see, I'm going to read a few comments here. Teresa, you took a box of Christmas ribbon, used Christmas ribbon to boot, listed on eBay for $50, and it sold so fast. I made over $30,000 selling stuff. Exactly. And, you know, we can donate, and I know we can all donate, and, you know, that's great. But if you just start like taking the time to do some listing, and you know, if it's not eBay, it can be like I said, I just did a challenge. You know, they had Mercari, there's Poshmark, there's OfferUp. If you just go through your apps on your phone of reselling, like reselling apps, there are so many places to put your stuff for sale. I mean, Facebook Marketplace is amazing. You know, like you can, like I put up, I was trying to sell this desk in our house, and I literally put up a desk, and within 1 hour they came and, you know, picked it up. We bought some weights for, you know, this pandemic for my son, and then we decided, you know, we bought it for like, I don't know, 40 or 50, and we sold it for $65, and it sold like so quickly. And so, like I say, don't discount that your items are like not worth selling. I mean, I remember we were having a garage sale for my parents one time, and in the corner I was putting these old broomsticks just to get them out of the way so that it could, you know, look cleaner. And I remember somebody said, hey, are these for sale? And if so, how much? I'm like, you want to buy the 3 broomsticks that have nothing on the bottom? They just wanted the sticks. I'm like, you can take them for like, $3 or whatever. Okay, here you go. It amazes me. So what we feel is like our junk is like a big deal for so many other people. And it's so cool, And so declutter, and during this, very difficult time where some of us, I know some people who are still laid off from their jobs because of this pandemic, and you're home. And a lot of people have asked me, about selling on Amazon. And even though I still sell on Amazon, more of my focus are on my own websites, because I kind of want to control what I do. And that's, to each his own. Everybody's different. Like I have probably 3 or 4 websites now with different products and things like that I've been really enjoying. Nobody having to tell me what I can sell and what I can't. And I do love Amazon. I still do, and I still sell on Amazon, but I don't make that my only source of income, right? Like having multiple streams of income has always been something that I've talked about and that I practice, because at any time Amazon can shut down your account, and if that's all you have, then what? So you have to have, especially during this day and age with all of these different things that are happening, it's like so nice to have the multiple streams of income. And a lot of people ask me a lot of people have been private messaging me because I've been decluttering and getting rid of certain businesses, and they're saying, what exactly are you going to do then? And so basically, I'll tell you, I'm basically building some brands and going to build it up to eventually I'll either sell it or keep it, as residual income. And I'm also, like I told you, I have 3 or 4 sites that I sell on, are different stores, with different niches, and I've been trying to perfect that, and it's so fun because it's like finding these different ideas, and some of them are one product sites, and some of them are general stores, and some of them are niche stores. And so I've been really enjoying that, and I'm going back to what I used to do several years ago, 2 things: affiliate marketing and domain flipping. And some of you guys have asked me about that. And so I'm going back and testing that, because it was just things that worked for me, and I got kind of tired doing it, and now I'm back to it. So if you can think of like a branch, or like the mind maps that we talk about, and the different things like, from that mind map being reselling, domain flipping, my retreats, affiliate marketing, all of these different branches. Now, remember, I don't do everything by myself. I do a lot of different things, but I have people that help me. I have people that I outsource to. Anyway, my husband's calling in, so I thought I would just want to get on here and say a quick hello to you guys, and I hope this has helped you in some way, and I cannot wait to bring this other person to help you to talk about decluttering and organizing when I get back on a Facebook Live. Take care. Talk to you soon.